and gentlemen, a scarce little book which gives a wonderful insight into the period. It's a literary yearbook for 1897, a sort of compendium of all sorts of information of interest to writers, library goers, literary artists of all kinds, anyone interested in letters and literature. Let's look at the condition first. It has this rather charming sort of rococo illustrated cover, the Literary Yearbook 1897. The binding's a bit shelf-worn and tattered. It's a little less blue in this than this in reality, slightly more subtle colour. The front end paper is missing, there's some foxing there, but everything else, there's William Morris, who I think died in the year before, 1896, but it's got all sorts of information. It's got the addresses and names and addresses of all the major current writers of the day, so you could send them fan mail. It's got things about private presses, the Chiswick Press, printers and newspapers, lots of adverts for printers and newspapers and printing and bookshops, etc. An index, abbreviations, useful recipes for bookmen, a whole section on mixing glue and repairing paper and repairing antiquarian books, a section of obituaries on various famous people who died that year, Edward White Benson, Archbishop of Canterbury, Coventry Patmore, etc., etc., Gerald du Maurier, or George du Maurier, I think, yeah. It's got little articles of general interest, directory of publishers. It's got Anthony Hope, an article about the author of The Prisoner of Zenda, a famous book of the period, directory of British authors and all their addresses, technical terms in typing reproduction, Sir Arthur Quiller Couch, Mr. W.B. Yeats there, all sorts of things about long and short books, magazine articles, how to write them, the present revival in printing, the decadent poet Richard Le Gallienne, review copies and what to do with them, literary clubs and institutions, etc., etc., libraries around London and the rest of the country, publishers, Mr. Israel Gollancz, libraries again, and other, and then a list of everything that's happening of literary interest throughout the year, like an almanac or calendar, Mrs. Mennell, Alice Mennell, etc., etc. It is a scarce book, currently on the 140 million volume Abe Books antiquarian book site. There's one single copy of this for sale. It's priced at £30. My copy, a bit distressed, a little watermark there, is a lot cheaper than that. Thank you very much indeed. There's William Morris to say goodbye. Thanks so much. Bye.